I am so inspired by the person that we have here with us today. My heart is full of respect and I am humbled that we have him here for the first time. A great personality and a great person. He is the Ambassador of Tajikistan. We have His Excellency Sharif Zada Yusuf Toyer here in the studios with us. Assalamu alaikum, sir. How are you?
Alaikum salam, assalamu alaikum.
Sir, it's great to have you here, sir.
Thank you very much.
And there's International Glaciers Preservation Conference coming up. So let's start off with that. What's that all about? Who all countries are participating and
we want to know about the importance of this, this conference that is taking place.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to thank the studio of PTV and all of you that you give me this platform to give my opinion and a few clarification about the climate change conference, which these days soon will be happening in Tajikistan on 29-30 of May. So, and we are very thankful to the government of Pakistan that they are taking a very serious and from the government of Pakistan is presenting in this conference by the head of the government, the respected Prime Minister of Pakistan, His Excellency Muhammad Mia Shahbaz Sharif, and हमको बहुत साथ साथ दिली खुशी है इसमें, and you know, actually we are all the witnesses what's how the in the last few decades how much the climate change in the entire world, and especially Pakistan was one of the biggest victim of this in 2010, and we know how much casualties is brought to Pakistan, and how much damages, and around 20 million people were suffered from this natural disaster, and we are also the witness that how much Pakistan is doing also these days to prevent all of these circumstances and all what happening in the entire country with the climate change, and we are really were the witness when by the initiative of the Tajikistan was announced that the 21st of March will be the World Glaciers Day in the calendar of the world. So the Pakistan was made a very big conference on this, and we were in the National Disaster Center of Pakistan, the witness that how in the all levels the people were giving the reports how much works were done, and they are doing also, and we saw that it was installed a lot of equipment also for informing people on time about any upcoming disasters, and you know, at the same time I would like to also tell that in Tajikistan we are also feeling a lot. How come how the climate change, and it's also bringing a lot of disasters in the area, and also a lot of casualties it's bring every year, and we know the damages bringing not only the casualties and other troubles, but also they are the causing on the economy and other spheres of the life of us.
Now, earlier we also had an archaeologist on our show a few weeks back over here. And when it comes to climate change, when it comes to floods, when it comes to all of these calamities that as they come as a result of climate change, what we see is a lot of history gets erased in the process, because when there are floods, there are sites that get affected, and when we talk about history, Tajikistan, Pakistan, all of this area has common history. And for our viewers, before this show, I was talking about history and language with His Excellency over here in our studios. He told me something very interesting about the Tajik influence in this region. Sir, why wouldn't you let our viewers in on that discussion a little bit about the commonality of the Persian language in this area and the Tajiks being the common background of the development of races in this area?
Thank you very much. It's, you know, if you want, I will also continue it in Urdu or English.
Sure,
it's
Urdu,
okay.
Urdu, Urdu's fine. Urdu's fine.
मैं हमारी जो मुनाज़रीन है वो शायद मुझे देखकर भी अंदाज़ा कर रहे हैं कि कितना हमारी फेसेस मिल रहे हैं तो जो आपने सवाल दिया है वो इसका वो पूरा जवाब है और
एक खूबसूरत बात, this is an English channel, we are doing our transmissions in English, but just the fact that the Ambassador of Tajikistan, His Excellency, is here with us in our studios and he has chosen to speak in Urdu language, which we consider to be native to this part of the land, but he's speaking it so well, mashallah sir.
Thank you very much. You know,
and he's not just well versed in Urdu, he is well versed in many other languages. And that speaks about his technical abilities to actually absorb in the places that he's lived in.
Actually, we Tajik saying that هر کس به زبانی خود سخندان گردد دانستن صد زبان آسان گردد मतलब ये है कि हर के अपनी ज़ुबान में ही सुखानवार हो जाए उसको 100 ज़बानों को भी सीखना आसान हो जाए
वाह वाह
तो you know, as I mentioned you earlier, if you will see entire the subcontinent till Deccan and the entire Pakistan and then exceptional of Afghanistan and Iran because we are one language, and if you will take from Sinjan to Turkey, the all stands, you can find a lot of Persian influence in their languages. If you will remove all the Persian words from them, they will be in the difficulty to talk in their own language, you know. It shows that the links between us very strong. We have all of us, we have one common link between us. We have the also not only cultural links, we have the blood links. Everything is joined. You know, even in the main gate of the United Nations is written in Persian, Bani Odam, Azoi Yakdigaran, Kidaro Farinish, Yak Jauharan, Chu Uzvero Badard, Ovarad, Ruzgor, Digar Uzvhoro, Namonat Karor. मतलब यह है कि हज़रत आदम के औलाद सब एक जिस्म की तरह है और वो सब एक जौहर से बने हुए हैं अगर एक जिस्म के एक हिस्से में अगर दर्द लाए रोज़गार तो दूसरी बदन को न मिले करार तो हम सब एक हैं अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह और आपको भी जैसे मैंने आपको पहले भी जिक्र किया अगर आप पाकिस्तान के हर हिस्से में जाए मैं इधर अपने आप को फराई नहीं समझता क्योंकि तारीख़ में और हर चीज़ में हम एक जैसे हैं और ज़ुबान में भी देखिए 80% of Urdu language is Persian. So, and all the entire our cultural things are the same. Our dresses are the same. The colors are the same. The same also emotions we have. Exactly. The only things is different that once you will, inshallah, I also invite you, the PTV, to have some program with you together.
We would love
so
that.
We would love to. I'm already so inspired. I'm already so, especially the poetry that you just recited. It was like honey to my ears. Although I don't understand it on the first instance, but the way that it was just flowing out, it's like honey to my ears. Now you're talking about different dialects of Persian, Iranian Persian and Tajik Persian, and the difference between the words. Explain that a little bit about how those two dialects are different.
You know, actually the language is one, the grammars are one, and the words are all same. You're absolutely right. The dialects are always changing from the even 50 kilometers in each area. You will find the changes in the also everywhere. But you will also find that you know, the Persian, what we are dividing in the general, there is a Lahja-e Tehran, which is in Iran they are talking, and there is Lahja-e Kabuli, Dari, and then Lahja-e Tajiki, the Persian, which is the Tajiki lehja, jo Tajikistan mein boli jati hai. So we are divided into the main three dialects, and so if we will see also in Pakistan, in Urdu of Pakistan, you are more closer to our dialects, because since your pronunciation of the Persian words is exactly similar to us. Like I told you, if you will see, you are pronouncing naan, it is in Tajiki non, but in Iran they say noon.
Noon, right.
You say to your dear people, Jan, in Tajiki Jan, and in Iran is June.
And that reference comes to our Urdu language as well.
Yes,
in that same
exactly.
way. So a message to my wife, if she's watching, you would have been June if we had Iranian Persian. You wouldn't have been Jan.
But at the end we are the same all.
Yeah. All right, so now we're talking about glaciers. I'm sorry I'm interrupting you like this, because talking about glaciers and glaciers melting, because we're so short on time, and every time we have these amazing guests with so much knowledge that it's hard to, you know, discuss everything. Talking about glaciers, now when glaciers melt, there's a lot of flooding and a lot of other things. Tajikistan, does Tajikistan experience adverse effects in agriculture because of global warming?
Of course. Sabse pehle, first of all, the countries who are in the upper stream, they are getting the affection. You know, we are the country who has used to have 50 years before around 14,000 glaciers, which used to live more than thousands years. So in the past 50 years, we lost 1,000 of the glacier. So it survived only 13. Could you imagine, in a very short period of the time?
That's a big loss. That's a big loss.
And they mostly when and the speed is very fast. The speed is very fast. So for the last decades of the years, our specialists with the international specialists, they are doing a lot to check and to see the reason why it's happening. So we found many reasons also. You know, in our region we had one of the biggest disaster. It is the RLC droughtness. So RLC was dried. So exactly the same things happening that we used to have yearly, entire the summer, twice or thrice sandstorms.
Right.
But these days we have it every 10 days. It's a very big disaster. So
that's a big problem.
Yeah, and at the same time, our glacier specialists, they start to analyze that on the top of the glacier, they found the dust which is coming from the RLC. It's not only the dust, it is the salty dust, because the RLC is dry. So the dust which is coming, it's coming with a lot of proportion of the salt. So you know the salt is melting the ice, glacier very fast.
You know, and adding on to that point, the United Nations actually reported that by 2050, 50% of Central Asia's glaciers are supposedly going to be melted by that time. So that is so devastating. So why don't you tell us more about the conference and what countries are supporting you and participating in this conference?
You know, actually, by the initiative of the President of the Tajikistan, the 2025 was announced by the on the 77th General Assembly of United Nations, the year of the preservation of the glaciers. And the 150 countries were supporting this. And we are very happy. And now the conference which is taking part in Tajikistan, more than 60 countries confirm their participation, and we are still getting the everyday new responses from them. And at the same time, we are expecting more than 100 countries will participate, and it will be a very huge platform. You know, we cannot now delay the outcome of the natural disaster.
Exactly.
So because the growth of the humanity in the earth is also increasing with a very high speed. So for the future, for the nearest future, if we will not prevent all these things and we will not take a very major steps, the human being will face a lot of troubles.
Talking about this conference that's coming up in Dushanbe and the countries that are participating, now developing countries face the brunt, and the developed countries with the most amount of industries contribute to the carbon emissions. Would the carbon climate justice be discussed also as an agenda on this platform?
Of course. You know, it will be around 12 around 8 forums will happen during this conference, and we will have the plenary sessions around the 12. So all these aspects from the A to the Z will be put in the these forums, and also from the problem of the Arctic and Antarctic, because they are also we are the witness that how speedily is glaciers are melting there. So and the level of the seas rising every year. So these all problems will be there on the topics.
And you know, it is very important to highlight that climate change is actually going to affect the youth and the coming generations. So what I love about this conference is that you have included a children and youth glacier preservation forum in this conference that is going to take place. So can you please highlight how important is it for the youth to be educated on this topic?
Yeah, you know, this is very important. We have to educate our youth for the because they are the next generation.
Yes.
They have to continue our all efforts, what we are doing. Also, our generation, what they did, the mistakes, they shouldn't continue that. So we have to teach them. This is a very right time and a very right moment, I think. So that's why we put this youth and children awareness session and this forum.
Yeah, that was very well put
This
together.
is getting a little worrisome. The discussion is too serious for a morning show. I mean, I don't want to picture the world ending, but inshallah ta'ala, we will save it from going down that path. Coming back to something which is intriguing regarding culture, youth and kids. This part of the world, we have mothers that would like to keep a very strict hand on their naughty ones. How is it like in Tajikistan?
You know, मुझे लगता है कि दुनिया के माँ सब एक जैसी होती
सब एक जैसी
लेकिन मैंने हर चीज़ देखा है. मैंने पाकिस्तान में भी पाकिस्तानी घरों में भी रहा. And I would like to say that I was one of the first fortunate student from the newly independent country, जिसे ये मौका मिला कि जब हुकूमत पाकिस्तान ने नए आज़ाद हुए मुल्कों के लिए कोर्सेस ऑफ़र किए, लैंग्वेज कोर्सेस के लिए और डिप्लोमेटिक कोर्सेस के लिए. तो हम आए हुए थे इधर 1992 में। मैं कराची में IBA इंस्टीट्यूट में पढ़ता था। और ये चीज़ें मैं जैसे आपको जिक्र किया था पस पर्दा में कि मैं इवन आई वाज अ स्टूडेंट ऑफ late and very famous and very dear for my nation, for my entire the Central Asia person, Professor Ahmad Hassan Dani.
Professor
He
Ahmad
was
Hassan Dani.
I was living in their house, and
Mashallah.
I also study in Numal, so I was very close to your people here. I was feeling everything what was surrounding, and मैंने ये देखा है कि हमारी और आपकी फ़र्क़ियत है ही नहीं
है।
जो बच्चों की तरबियत में है, जो बड़ों के एहतराम में है, ये सब एक जैसी हैं। बस थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे मैं देख रहा हूँ कि इस चीज़ पे चलते चलते लोग अहमियत कम देते हैं, पर जो मैंने 90s में देखा वही चीज़ हमारी वहाँ पे चलती थी। हमारा तो इवन कानून में ये है कि जो माँ बाप है अपने जवान बच्चों के पूरे ज़िम्मेवार है कानून के अंदर, और जो बच्चे हैं अपने बूढ़े माँ बाप की पूरी ज़िम्मेवारी उठा सकते हैं। यह हमारी कानूनान है, तभी शायद हमारे बड़ों की इज़्ज़त बेशतर है ताजिकिस्तान में। और बच्चों के लिए भी बहुत सारे प्रोग्राम्स होती रहती है ताकि उनको वही कल्चर में रहने के लिए हमारे जो सदर ममलकत है हमारे कल्चर को प्रिजर्व करने के लिए तमाम हमारी जो पुरानी सकाफती चीज़ें हैं जो हमने सोवियत यूनियन में अपने हाथों से खो दिया था, उसको वापस हमारी ज़िंदगी में लाते हैं। और हम वही त्यौहार जो पहले मनाते थे और वही जो हमारी फेस्टिवल्स है जो एंशियंट ज़मानों से जो 5-6 हज़ार साल 7 हज़ार साल पुराने थे, उसको हम रिवाइव कर रहे हैं दोबारा और उसको मनाते हैं दोबारा। ज़िंदगी की लोगों में वही हमारे कौमी रंग वापस ला रहे हैं।
I would love to play my part in that mission as well.
प्लीज़। और आपको ये बताऊं कि और मुनाज़िरीन कराम को कि पाकिस्तान इज़ फॉर अस वन ऑफ आवर कल्चरल म्यूजियम। बिलीव मी, many things survived in Pakistan like it was before in us also. But unfortunately during the years of the we were separated from each other.
Right.
We live in other civilization, you live under the other civilization.
Yes.
So we lost a lot of also our cultural things. What we can recover and restore also from Pakistan.
Yes.
क्योंकि वो चीज़ इधर बहुत ही खूबसूरत महफूज रह गई है, वो चीज़ हम दोबारा वापस
इंशाल्लाह
बना सकते हैं। क्योंकि बहुत क्राफ्ट्स है जो हमारे आजकल नहीं बनते ताजिकिस्तान में। हम वो क्राफ्ट्स पीपल को और ये क्राफ्ट्समैन को ताजिकिस्तान दावत दे सकते हैं और दोबारा इसको रिवाइज कर सकते हैं। उज़्बेकिस्तान बुला सकते हैं, कज़ाकिस्तान बुला सकते हैं, सेंट्रल एशिया में उमूमन, क्योंकि आपकी और हमारी रूट्स तो एक ही हैं।
What a beautiful message. What a beautiful message, ladies and gentlemen, dear viewers. This was His Excellency, our Ambassador of Tajikistan to Pakistan, His Excellency Sharif Zada Yusuf Thoir. And it's unfortunate how short we are on time in this show and in this episode. I would love to interview sir on a longer episode. Also would love to visit Tajikistan sir. Great having you here. Great information.
And you have truly spoken from the heart. It was very touching for us, and I'm sure for all our viewers.
And after talking to you, it feels like Tajikistan is home, basically.
I was exactly going to point this out, that it did not feel like that a foreign individual was sitting in our studio today. You are the true essence and embodiment of diplomacy.
आपकी ये बातों से मुझे अशार अल्लामा इकबाल याद आता है कि क्योंकि आपने बताया कि आपको बिल्कुल लगा कि हम दिल जान से बोलते हैं, वाकई हम दिल जान से आपके साथ इस प्रोग्राम में बात कर रहे थे। अशार ये है कि जो दिल से बात निकलती है असर रखती है, पर नहीं ताकत परवाज़ मगर रखती है।
How beautiful, how beautiful.
You know, in Tajikistan, really, we are valuing a lot Allama Iqbal, and Allama Iqbal is for us one of the very big light in our culture, in our also literature, and in our you know, life structure. You will find in 11 million of population of Tajikistan, around 6-7 million who are very fluent in the poetry of Allama Muhammad Iqbal.
That's 7 million
true.
people. That's a lot of
Wow.
people. That's a lot of people. Sir, thank you. Thank you for
you
being on
so
our
much.
show. It was great having you here. It was great indulging into this discussion with you, sir.
It's truly impactful.
And would love to visit Tajikistan also. And it was a pleasure. I hope all of you all on the other side of the screen have enjoyed this as much as we have enjoyed it. Commonalities from food to culture to ethnicities to the historical background of races that are dwelling in this part of the world. We love Tajikistan from our heart, and we've experienced love through your words in Heart of Tajikistan for Pakistan. It was great having you on the show, sir.
Thank you
Jazakallah.
very much.
Thank you,
so
sir.
much. And
Thank
at
you
the
so
same time,
much.
I would like to invite you next time to have continue our program in our embassy. You will be the
Why not?
witness from the gate of our embassy that we put a very beautiful monument. There is two hands, joint hands. One is with the flag of Pakistan, another is with the flag of the Republic of
Inshallah, I
Tajikistan.
will make sure I make that happen.
And the architecture what we have in our building, it will show you that how we are common.
Wow, we would
Inshallah.
love to experience
Inshallah.
that. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
so
sir.
much.
Dear viewers, towards a short break, and we'll be right back after that. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.